Let's talk about a word that, for a lot of us, carries some serious weight: karma. It can feel like this big, scary concept, this idea that all our past mistakes are just lurking around the corner, waiting to trip us up. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? In this explainer, we're going to unpack that fear and maybe, just maybe, find a much more empowering way to think about it.
I mean, be honest. Does hearing that word make your stomach clench a little? Does it bring up feelings of guilt or this constant nagging worry about some kind of cosmic payback? If it does, you're definitely not alone. It's a heavy burden to carry, this feeling that you have to be perfect, or else.
All right, let's dive right in. Because before we could let go of this fear, we really need to get why it has such a tight grip on us in the first place.
You see, the reason it feels so heavy is that karma rarely travels alone. We tend to mix it all together with our own personal guilt, society's ideas of right and wrong, and all our spiritual beliefs. It becomes this big emotional cocktail of anxiety, and trying to untangle all of that can feel almost impossible.
Okay, so here's where we get to the heart of it. It's time to completely reframe what karma could be. We're going to explore a perspective that shifts away from punishment and moves right toward learning. And trust me, this is a fundamental shift.
So, at its very core, karma is just a principle of cause and effect. That's it. Think of it less like a judge in a courtroom and more like a teacher in a classroom. In this view, it's just a natural process designed to help us learn and grow, not to punish us over and over again for being human.
And you can really see the difference here. On one side, you have all the fear-based ideas: cosmic punishment, some big judge in the sky, retribution. But look at the other side. What if it's actually about learning and growth, a gentle reminder, and simply taking responsibility? It's about using our actions as a chance to evolve.
So that sounds nice, but how do we actually make that shift? Well, it all starts inside our own head. It's about changing our focus away from the guilt of the past and onto the intention we hold right now, in the present.
And this is such a powerful question to ask yourself when you're stuck on something you did in the past. Think back to that moment. Was your intention to actually cause harm, or were you just doing the best you could with what you knew at the time? Maybe you were acting out of self-preservation, or even a misguided sense of compassion.
And this is the crucial takeaway. According to this interpretation, karma isn't interested in the looping, guilty story you've been telling yourself. It responds to the energy behind the action, your intention. That's what really matters.
And this just perfectly captures that transformation. It's the difference between a passive, fearful thought like, I'm scared I'll be punished, versus an active, empowered one. You know what? I can live my life with integrity, starting right now. It's about taking your power back. Okay, so we've got a new way to think about this stuff. Now let's get into the practical side. We're going to build a simple toolkit you can actually use to find a bit more inner peace and confidence.
The plan is really straightforward. It's just 3 core steps. First, practicing positive actions. Second, using mindfulness and reflection. And third, learning to release our attachment to results.
So step 1, practice positive actions. And look, this isn't about some grand gesture to try and pay off a cosmic debt. We're talking about small, simple things: acts of kindness, expressing gratitude, making one conscious, positive choice. These little things create a positive feedback loop that helps starve the fear. The key is to just focus on what you can do today. Next up, mindfulness. This is your secret weapon for creating a little space between you and those anxious thoughts. Whether it's just 5 minutes of quiet meditation or scribbling a few lines in a journal, the whole point is to become an observer of your own mind. When you see a fearful thought just come and go without getting swept away, you start to realize it doesn't actually control you.
So when we start using these tools, positive actions, mindfulness, we start to build a completely new reality for ourselves. This isn't just about managing fear anymore. This is about actively creating a life filled with intention and wisdom.
And here is a fantastic little prompt for that journaling we talked about. It takes any experience, good or bad, and turns it into fuel for growth. It's not about blame, it's about learning. This simple 3-part question shifts you from being stuck in the past to being ready for the future.
And that simple question leads us straight to the final piece of our toolkit: releasing our attachment to the outcome. I mean, it's right here in the quote. You can only control your actions. So much of our anxiety comes from trying to control things that are completely out of our hands. The real power is in the choices you make right here, right now.
And really, this is the ultimate exhale. You don't have to live in fear, trying to micromanage the universe. The idea is to just focus on living responsibly, with good intentions in this moment, and to really trust that that is enough.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this question. Forget about the past, forget about the distant future for a second. Based on everything we've just talked about, what is one small, conscious choice you can make today?